I would have liked very much to have a more optimistic outlook at the beginning of the year, but reality is we are looking into a somewhat weaker momentum of the recovery and higher uncertainties, more risks in 2022. To give you the perspective from the fund, already towards the end of the previous year, we were concerned that the recovery was weakening. Why? Because the two big engines of the world economy, the US and China, both were slowing down vis-a-vis projections from the summer. And now we also have Omicron. For us at the fund, it is not a surprise that there is a new wave.
Sustainability trust. I want to come back to that. So, I mean, just to step back from it for a minute, I mean, there's a much bigger issue of.
It has gone up dramatically during the pandemic, not surprisingly. We have never seen such a boost in debt levels since the Second World War. Now, if you take public and private debt collectively at 256% of GDP, that is particularly heavy on countries with weaker fundamentals and higher debt levels. And especially that concerns low-income countries. But if last year you would hear me talking about low-income countries, this year there are emerging markets that also would be in this category. Now, you put all this together and you recognize that it is a year in which, yes, the recovery is likely to continue, but against stronger winds. And one of these wins is something that we had in 2019, street protests, unrest. This is coming back, and it would make the life of policymakers much more complicated.
Exactly, and I think, in a way, maybe we can move on to that, because if you think about last year, the last 2 years,
our ambition is to create an instrument that is focused on policy support, and it is in a way piloting the transmission from Article 4 and surveillance to what we support with financing. My expectation is that we will have the design by the spring meetings. I hear your points. That is, we have to, again, it's a balancing act for us, because on one side, we have to guarantee the reserve asset quality of the SDRs that would be on-lended through the RST. And on the other side, we have to make sure that financially this is a viable proposition that countries would be able to pay back over a long period of time.